Hi everyone. So in this video you will learn how to use the battery status API in JavaScript. This API is extremely useful whenever you want to get the info about the battery. For example, if you want to know what is the current level of battery, whether your charger is plugged in or not, all that information you can get using this API. You need to make sure that you are calling this getBattery method on the navigator object. It will return a battery manager object which will contain all that information. Also, there are 4 events: charging change, level change, charging time change, and discharging time change. You can utilize those events to track the status of the battery. Also, there are some compatibility issues. It will not work with the older browsers. It will only work with the modern browsers. So make sure, first of all, you should check for this get battery method, whether it is available in the navigator object or not. If it is not, just don't use it. It will not work. So make sure you verify it first. So let's get started and see that in action. Let's create an index file here. We need a basic HTML structure and a link to the style sheet. Also, we need a script file at the bottom, which will be script.js for obvious reasons. We need a button here. Button will be get to get the battery status. We need to display that info on the screen. So we'll utilize a div element and a couple of span elements here. The first thing will be battery level. Just copy and paste it. I'm too lazy to type. So let's make it unknown. Initially it will be completely unknown. Give it a ID level. Now just copy and paste it here. I think we should make it is charging. Also give it the same ID. Now let's go to the style sheet. Select body element. The display will be flex. Flex direction will be column. Align items will be center. Padding will be 10 pixels. And gap will be 10 pixels. Select button element. Padding will be 5 pixel and 20 pixel. Select div element. Display will be flex. Justify content will be space between. Give it a width of around 300 pixels. And let's make the font size around 30 pixels. I think 25 will be enough. Let's open this file to see the output. Now let's create a script file here. Let's select the button element as well as the span elements. So let's make it btn get. So we'll select it by the ID, which is level. Just copy and paste it. Let's make it is charging. Same goes here. Let's add event lister to the button. Event will be click, and we'll call the function update info. Let's have a variable here, battery, and create that function here. It will be an async function. So earlier I told you there are some compatibility issues with the battery status API. It will not work with the old browsers. It will only work with the modern browsers. So the first thing that you should do, you should check whether get battery method is available in the navigator object or not. If it is not available, just simply return, because there is no point of executing the further code. So we'll go with this logic. Let me type it out first. So this piece of code simply means if get battery property is not present in the navigator object, just return. That's it. The next step is to call the get battery method, and we'll store that in the battery variable. So it will go like this: navigator dot get battery. Now the first thing which we'll do, we'll call the update level method. Don't worry about it, we'll create it later. Also we'll call method update is charging. Also we'll add a couple of event listeners here. So it will go like this: battery, add event listener, I'll listen for the level change and update the level. Just copy and paste it here. We'll listen for the charging change and call this method update is charging. Now let me create these two methods here. Update level. We'll update the level elements in a text. So we'll get level here. It will be a number between 0 and 1. Simply multiply it with the 100 and add a percentage sign at the end like this. Create next method, which is update is charging. We'll update the is charging elements in a text. So battery.charging will give us true or false. So we'll display yes or no. It should not be none, it should be no. Now one thing is very important here. As you can see on the button click, we are adding these event listeners. The first thing that you should do, apart from this get battery property check, you should make sure that you remove these listeners first. If this battery object is defined here, we should call remove listener method first to remove these listeners to avoid any sort of a memory leaks. Okay, so for that purpose we just need to copy and paste it here somewhere like this. But first we'll check if battery is defined. If it is defined, we'll call remove listener like this. Perfect. This is the entire piece of code that you need to display the battery status and check whether your laptop is charging or not. So let's see that in action. Go to browser, click get. So battery 67%, is charging, no. Let me plug in the charger. So now it is charging. Now let me remove it. I hope you got the point how it actually works. See you in the next video. Have a nice day.